Your perfume still lingers on the pillowcase, faint like a ghost that forgot to leave. I keep the left side empty just in case you change your mind at 3 a.m. again. I talk to silence, it never talks back. Replay every word I should have taken back. Your shadow still dances on the wall at night, but when I reach, nothing but cold light. I turn the heating up to 28, still shivering inside this hollow space. Your warmth was the only thing that ever stayed. Cold sheets, cold heart, cold midnight rain. Every inch of this bed remembers your name. I hug your old hoodie like it's still you, but it's just fabric and lies bleeding through. Cold sheets, teaching me how forever turns into never. Your toothbrush gone, the sink too clean. No more fights about the toothpaste squeeze. I thought the quiet would feel like peace, but silence screams louder than you ever screamed. I scroll through photos till my eyes burn red. Delete one and cry for the one that's left. Your laugh is trapped inside my telephone. I play once, then I'm bleeding alone. I keep your side of the blanket untouched, like folding it would make the leaving real. God, I hate how final quiet feels. Cold sheets, cold heart, cold midnight rain. Every inch of this bed remembers your name. I hug your old hoodie like it's still you, but it's just fabric and lies bleeding through. Cold sheets, teaching me how I always became used to. Maybe someday I'll stretch across the whole damn thing, stop sleeping curled like I'm still making room. Maybe someday I won't reach for your hand in my dreams. Maybe someday, but tonight still smells like you. Cold sheets, cold soul, cold stars above. I'm still trying to love someone I still love. Your side of the bed is an open wound. I sleep on the edge so I don't fall into you. Cold sheets, cold sheets. Forgive me for still waiting. I'm still clinging to the edge of the mattress frame, afraid if I move I forget the shape of your name. The blankets are twisted like the words that we said. I'm a prisoner of habit in this king-size bed. I reach out a hand in the middle of the night. He's texting to find you, but I just find the light. It's a physical border, the line in the sand, the country of silence I don't understand. I'm keeping my distance, I'm playing my part, staying away from the ghost of your heart. 'Cause it's a cold sleigh bed, and it's freezing me out. A desert of linen, his shadows in doubt. I'm shivering here in the space that you left, living a life that's been stolen by theft. The heat's disappeared and the fire is dead. Now I'm just haunted by the cold side. I used to complain that you took up too much room. Now the emptiness feels like a quiet white tomb. I try to stay centered, I try to stay brave, but I'm just a wave crashing into a cave. The pillows are stacked like a wall I can't climb, a monument built out of wasted time. Yeah, it's a cold side bed, and it's freezing me out. The desert of linen, his shadows in doubt. I'm shivering here in the space that you left, living a life that's get 2 plates for dinner some nights. One stays empty, the food untouched and cold. I talk to the chair like you might walk in smiling. Apologize for being late, like nothing ever broke. Your coat's still hanging where you left it last October. Sleeves still remember the shape of your arms. I press my face into it when the house gets too quiet. But winter's taking the last of your warmth. I keep waiting for the part where you'll come back, the part they always show in movies after pain. But the credits rolled and the lights came up and you never appeared again. Gone forever, not just gone for tonight. Gone forever, took the future in the light. Every dream we painted on the ceiling faded when you closed the door. Now I'm holding ghosts in both my hands and you're gone forever. Gone forevermore. Your latch still lives inside the hallway echo. I catch it sometimes when the wind moves right. I freeze and listen like a fool who still believes the sound could pull you back into my life. I deleted your number and wrote it down again, burned the paper and memorized the eyes. Tried to hate you just to make the hurting smaller, but hate needs energy and I've got nothing left. You didn't die, you just stopped choosing me. That's the kind of death that never gets so brave. I'm on you every morning when I wake up, reaching for a hand I learned to live without my name. Gone forever, not just gone for a night. Gone forever, with the future and the light. Every promise whisper in the darkness died between you, sorry, and the door. Now I'm learning how to breathe without your oxygen and your forever. Gone forever. Maybe in another life you turn around at the gate, see me standing stupid in the rain and wait. Maybe you'll remember how my heartbeat sounded when it still believed that love could stay. But in this life, the taxi lights disappeared around the bend. Your silence moved in, laid itself at home. And I'm still here, trying to forgive a goodbye that never even said the word. Gone forever, and the stars don't ask where you went. Gone forever, and time won't tell me what it meant. I still love you in past tense only, because present tense would kill me slow. You're gone forever. God, you're really gone forever.
standing in the hallway where we used to say goodnight, but the walls are painted shadows in a cold and hollow light. I whispered out your name just to see if I was real, to break the heavy numbness of the way I've learned to feel. But the syllable just bounced against the ceiling and the floor, like a ghost that's looking for the latch of a locked and bolted door. The house is like a canyon, deep and dark and wide, with a million could-have-beens all tucked away inside. I'm listening for a footstep, I'm reaching for a sign, but I'm just a lonely mountain with no sun to make me shine. And my heart echoes, ringing through the chest, looking for a place where a weary soul can rest. It's a hollow kind of thrumming, it's a vibrating goodbye, tangled in the static of a black and empty sky. I'm shouting at the silence, but the silence shouts back more. Now my heart echoes, pacing on the floor. I see a silver coffee cup still sitting by the sink, and it pushes me much closer to the cold and bitter brink. Every laugh we ever shared is a phantom in the air, a physical reminder that you're no longer there. I'm a record with a scratch, playing forever on a loop, while the spirit in my shoulders starts to heavily and stoop. Is it physics or is it fate? This bouncing of the pain, a cycle of the sorry and the never again rain. I wanna quiet down the noise, I wanna still the beat, but the memory of your touch is a drum beneath my feet. Yeah, my heart echoes, ringing through the chest, looking for a place where a weary soul can rest. It's a hollow kind of thrumming, it's a vibrating goodbye, tangled in the static of a black and empty sky. I'm shouting at the silence, but the silence shouts back more. Now my heart echoes, pacing on the floor. Can you hear it? The sound of used to be. Can you hear it? Calling out to me. It's just an echo of a love I can't replace. Heart echoes in an empty space. I'm standing by the window, watching frost begin to bloom, while the shadow of your absence stretches out across the room. I tried to call your name just to see if I was real, but the silence is a mountain made of everything I feel. The calendar is frozen on the day you walked away, and I'm just a weary traveler in a bitter shade of gray. The coffee's getting colder and the static's getting loud. I'm looking for your ghost inside a lonely passing crowd. I've kept the porch light burning, but the bulb is flickering low, just like the part of me that doesn't wanna let you go. And it's a hollow breath, it's a shivering in the chest, trying to find a reason why the heart can't get a rest. I'm inhaling all the maybe and exhaling all the why, trapped inside the rhythm of a permanent goodbye. The air is thin and freezing, and the world is getting wide, with a hollow breath and nothing left inside. I found your silver necklace at the bottom of the drawer, and it felt like a reminder of the us that's here no more. I'm a master of the I'm okay, a ghost behind a mask, moving through the motions of a heavy holy task. I'm treading on the surface of a sea that has no floor, chasing after whispers of the person I was before. Is it courage or is it habit? Is it grace or is it grief? To be a prisoner of the morning who doesn't want relief. My lungs are working overtime to keep the ghost alive, while every other part of me has lost the will to thrive. Yeah, it's a hollow breath, it's a shivering in the chest, trying to find a reason why the heart can't get a rest. I'm inhaling all the maybe and exhaling all the why, trapped inside the rhythm of a permanent goodbye. The air is thin and freezing, and the world is getting wide, with a hollow breath and nothing left inside. In and out, it's a lonely, empty sound. In and out, I'm still rooted to the ground. I'm surviving, but I'm barely even here. Hollow breath, whisper, just a hollow breath, whisper. I'm standing in the kitchen, but I'm fumbling for the light.
Everything is tangled in a cold and bitter night. I try to take a breath, but it's like breathing in the glass of every broken promise that we let the seasons pass. The doctor says I'm healthy, says my vitals are all fine, but he can't see the vacancy where your heart used to join mine. I'm a house with all the power out, a city in the gray, just a silhouette of yesterday that's blocking out the day. I'm reaching for a substance, I'm grasping for a sign, but I'm just a lonely mountain with no sun to make me shine. 'Cause it's a hollow chest, it's a shivering in the bone, the physical exhaustion of waking up alone. There's a wind that's blowing through me, a quiet haunted gale, the final lonely chapter of a story grown so stale. I'm a drum without a rhythm, I'm a spirit in a cage with a hollow chest and a blank and empty page. I saw your silver coffee mug still sitting by the sink, and it pushed me a little closer to the cold and jagged brink. I can feel the static humming where your head would always rest. Now it's just a desert growing deep inside my breast. I'm a masterpiece in tatters, I'm a record with a scratch, a beautiful delusion that the memories couldn't match. Is it physics or is it fate? This vacuum in the center, a room without a fire that I'm not allowed to enter. I'm a map of all your exits, I'm a record of your ghost, still loving you the hardest when I should be loving least. Yeah, it's a hollow chest, it's a shivering in the bone, the physical exhaustion of waking up alone. There's a wind that's blowing through me, a quiet haunted gale, the final lonely chapter of a story grown so stale. I'm a drum without a rhythm, I'm a spirit in a cage with a hollow chest and a blank and empty page. It's so quiet in can you hear the echo? It's so wide, where did the dust go? Hollow chest, just a hollow chest, just a hollow chest, baby. The keys are on the counter, but the home is gone. I'm standing in a garden that I used to call my own. The photographs are blurry, the colors turn to rust. Everything we built has finally crumbled into dust. I check my empty pockets for a reason to believe, but there's nothing left but shadows tucked inside my sleeve. It wasn't just a fight, and it wasn't just a fault. It was losing the one heart that made sense of it all. I'm a king without a kingdom, a sky without a sun, realizing that the better parts of me are finally done. And I'm standing in the wreckage, staring at the sky, with 1,000 hollow questions and a permanent why. I've got no north to follow, I've got no place to go, just a heavy set silence and a cold, steady snow. The world is still spinning, but I'm off the track, knowing that the life I had is never coming back. It's a lonesome kind of hollow, a bitter kind of sting. When I lost you, I realized I lost everything. I saw our own affection in a broken window pane, just a jagged little memory in the middle of the rain. I used to be a mountain, I used to be a flame. Now I'm just the echo of a long forgotten name. I got a suitcase full of cool lives and a heart full of lead, living in the spaces where the we's finally there. Can you rebuild a soul from the ashes on the floor? Can you find a way to breathe when you don't know what for? The foundation is shattered, the rafters are weak, and the truth is the language I can no longer speak.
down to zero.
to zero. The keys are on the counter. The keys are on the counter. The keys are on the counter. To zero. The keys are The house is a museum of the plans we made, watching every color of our future start to fade. The tickets on the dresser for the trip we never took are just bookmarks in the pages of a half-finished book. I'm still buying the coffee that only you drink, staring at the bubbles as they circle in the sink. They say that time's a healer, but time is just a thief, stealing all the soon and leaving only grief. I'm a map with no north, a ship with no sail, a heartbeat that's starting to falter and fail. And oh, I miss you in the marrow of my bones, in the hollowed out silence of the places we've known. I'm reaching for your shadow in the middle of the night, waking up to realize nothing feels right. It's a landslide in my spirit, it's a shiver in my soul, knowing that without you I'll never be whole. I saw a flash of your smile in a stranger's face today. It took the very breath I had and blew it all away. I'm still sleeping on the left side, leaving room for you, a hollow kind of habit that I can't seem to undo. I'm a master of the mask, I've got the act down cold, but I'm a tragedy in private, or so I've been told. Is it raining where you are? Are you finally free? Do you ever get a shiver when you think of me? I'd trade every forever just to have one yesterday, before the silence moved in and the cover turned to gray. Places we've known, I'm reaching for your shadow in the middle of the night, waking up to realize nothing feels right. It's a landslide in my spirit, it's a shiver in my soul, knowing that without you senselessly always. The lights are down low, the stars are all gone, I'm still right here, missing you. I'm still right here, missing you. missing you. The house is a music, senselessly. The house still right here, missing you. The house is a museum. The house is a museum. The house is a The house is a museum. I heard your name in a crowded room today, and I had to look the other way, because my heart still does that heavy, sudden skip, like a glass that's starting to slip from my grip. I know we're strangers with a history now, and I've forgotten the when and the how, but the who is still burned into the back of my mind, leaving the rest of the world far behind. I've deleted the photos and I've cleared the shelf. I've told every lie I could tell to myself, but truth is a shadow that follows me home in every quiet moment I'm spending alone. And it's a heavy weight, it's a quiet snare, the bitter realization that I still care. I'm supposed to be over it, I'm supposed to be free, but you're still the anchor at the bottom of me. I'm watching you move, I'm watching you fly, while I'm still stuck under you and me sky. It's a lonesome road and a cold thin air, knowing that you're gone, but I still care. I saw you laughing in a post on my feed, and it gave me this thing that I didn't need. You look so much lighter, you look so much better, like you're finally shaking off the weight of the weather. And I'm happy for you, I truly am, but I'm still a ghost in a traffic jam, waiting for a light that's never gonna turn green, in a movie where I'm no longer in the scene. Does it ever go away? Does it ever just end? The bridge that I'm trying so hard not to bend. I give anything to be indifferent and cold, instead of this heart made of tattered up gold. I've mastered the art of the midday disguise. I keep the storm tucked away from my eyes. I laugh at the jokes and I join in the crowd. I talk about work and I talk far too loud. But the moment the key turns the lock in the door, the strength I was faking falls down to the floor. I'm a mountain of stone until the sun goes away, and I crumble in pieces at the end of the day. They told me the healing was a matter of time, that the higher I get, the less I will climb. But I'm standing at the summit of a year without you, and the air is still cold and the sky is still blue. And I still cry when the world is asleep, into the promises I couldn't quite keep. It's not a loud sobbing, it's not a great scene, just the salt on the pillow where your head used to lean. I'm a master of finding the heat of the light, but I'm a broken down soul in the dead of the night. Yeah, the seasons have changed and the memories die, but I'm still right here, and I still cry. Funny how a small things hit the heart so hard. I reached for my phone just to send you a text before I remembered what happened to next. I'm a ghost in a suit, I'm a ghost in a tie, living a truth that looks like a lie. I deleted the photos, I've cleared out the shelf, but I can't find a way to get clear on myself. Does it ever go dry? Does the river run out? Or is this what forever is really about? I tried every better for one, how it was before the heart did what a broken heart does. The salt on the pillow where your head used to lean. I'm a master of finding the heat of the light, but I'm a broken down soul in the dead of the night. Yeah, the seasons have changed and the memories gone, but I'm still right here, and I still cry. Still permanent stay. Standing on the threshold where the light begins to die, watching all the colors drained from out of our blue sky. You got your keys in hand and your coat is buttoned tight, and I'm just a silhouette against the coming of the night. I try to find a reason or a word to make you stay, but the forever that we promised has just withered all away. The air is getting heavy and my heart is getting slow. It's a different kind of torture watching someone that you know turn into a stranger in the blink of a tired eye, while the silence builds a mountain underneath the why. 'Cause this is the last goodbye, the one that's gonna stick like a needle in the spirit, or a candle with no wick. I'm memorizing shadows and the way you hold your breath in a quiet kind of ending that feels bitter, just like death. The door is swinging open and the world is getting wide with this last goodbye and nothing left inside. I saw the way you looked at me, a flicker then a fade, like a photograph that's sitting in the sun until it's frayed. I won't reach out to stop you, I won't beg you for a spark. I'll just be the lonely witness to the descending of the dark. The driveway's gonna empty and the house is gonna scream with the hollow, jagged edges of a disappearing dream. How do people do it? How do people walk away, leaving every tomorrow for a broken yesterday? I'm a map of all your exits, I'm a record of your ghosts, still loving you the hardest when I should be loving least. Yeah, this is the last goodbye, the one that's gonna stick like a needle in the spirit, or a candle with no wick. I'm memorizing shadows and the way you hold your breath in a quiet kind of ending that feels bitter, just like death. The door is swinging open and the world is getting wide with this last goodbye and nothing left inside. Don't look back, just let the engine start. I'm listening for the breaking of a long forgotten heart. Last goodbye, the very last one. I watched your taillights fade into the gray, the kind of silence that takes your breath away. I'm standing in the hallway of a house we built for two, but every door I open just leads back to losing you. I've got this habit of holding on too tight to a ghost that keeps on leaving in the middle of the night. Is there a map for the one to stay, or do I just wither and wash away? 'Cause I'm still here, but the us is gone, and I'm tired of being the one left holding on, left behind in the dust of your goodbye, watching the colors bleed out of the sky. You're moving forward, you're miles ahead, while I'm still haunted by the things we never said. Is it familiar, like the hole in my chest? I'm the sad reminder, the part you like the least. Now I'm just a shadow in the wind, my friend, broken and left behind once again. I found your coffee mug sitting by the sink. It's funny how the little things can make a heart just sink. I wonder if you found a new road to trace, or if you've already found someone to take my place. I'm an expert at the exit, I said it all before, but it doesn't make it hurt less when you walk out of that door. Left behind in the dust of your goodbye, watching the colors bleed out of the sky. You're moving forward, you're miles ahead, while I'm still haunted by the things we never said. The lights are red, the room is cold. I'm a story that's already been told, just a shadow, just a memory left behind again. Left I watch the dust motes dance in the light, from the early morning to the dead of the night. The mail piles up on the entryway floor, just a bunch of names I don't use anymore. I've memorized the cracks in the kitchen tile. It's been 100 years since I've seen you smile. The kettle screams, but the house stays still. If the silence doesn't break me, the habit will. Monday is a mountain, Tuesday's a ghost, Wednesday is the day that I miss you the most. I'm crossing out dates on a calendar of stone, just a king of a kingdom. I rule all alone, and the lonely days pass like a slow-moving train through a landscape of salt and a valley of rain. One after another, they bleed into gray while I'm trying to wish the tomorrow away. There's no grand finale, no cinematic crash, just the slow, quiet cooling of a fire turned to ash. I'm just marking the time until the shadows are cast, watching the lonely days pass. The market just to hear a voice, even if paper or plastic was my only choice. The sun is too bright and the sky is too wide for a man with a winter still living inside. I see couples in coats and I look at my feet to avoid the reflections on the rainy street. I'm a ghost in a crowd, I'm a glitch in the scene, existing in the spaces where we should have been. Is this the forever we were promised back then? A sight full of maybe and never again. I trade 1,000 sunsets just to have one night where the air didn't feel so heavy and tight. Tomorrow away, there's no grand finale, no cinematic crash, just the smoke, quiet cooling of a fire turned to ash. I'm just marking the time until the shadows are cast, watching the lonely days pass. Sun up, sundown, the loneliest man in this whole lonely day, just passing by. Sun up, sun up. I'm sitting on the edge of the velvet chair we bought, tangled in the wires of every bit of thought. The city's humming steady just outside the window pane, but I'm tuned into the frequency of a slow and steady rain. I check my phone for nothing just to see the screen light up. Then I'm staring at the hollow at the bottom of my cup. The silence isn't quiet, no, it's ringing in my ears. The soundtrack of a forever that's dissolved into the years. I tried to find a melody that didn't sound like you, but every chord I'm playing is a deep and heavy blue. I'm a watch that's lost its ticking, I'm a bird without a wing, just the hollow heavy shadow that the winter morning brings. Cause I've got a lonely pulse, a shivering in the chest, a heart that's beating tired and it's looking for rest. It's a physical exhaustion, a thrumming in the bone, the genealogy of almost, and the fear of being alone. The world is moving faster, but I'm anchored to the floor. for the us that's here no more. I saw your silver hairbrush sitting lonely by the sink, and it pushed me a little closer to the cold and jagged brink. I'm a master of the I'm okay, a ghost behind the mask, moving through the motions of a long and lonely task. I can feel the static humming where your head would always rest. Now it's just a desert growing deep inside my breast. Every car that passes by is a heartbeat in my throat. Every rustle of the curtains is a comeback kind of note. Is it physics or is it fate? This vacuum in the center, a room without a fire that I'm not allowed to enter. I'm a landslide in the making, I'm a dam about to break, but I'm holding it together for both our memories' sake. I'm shivering in the satin, I'm choking on the lace, trying to find a way to breathe inside this empty space. Yeah, I've got a lonely pulse, a shivering in the chest, a heart that's beating tired and it's looking for rest. It's a physical exhaustion, a thrumming in the bone, the genealogy of almost, and the fear of being alone. The world is moving faster, but I'm anchored to the floor, with a lonely pulse for the us that's here no more. Thump, 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 it's the only sound I hear. Thump, thump, the frequency of fear still beating, but I don't know why. Lump. I'm walking down the street where the shadows grow long, humming the ghost of our favorite song. I reached for your hand, but I caught only air, a cruel little habit of thinking you're there. The world is in color, but I'm stuck in the gray, just a traveler lost in a yesterday. It's a labyrinth of how it used to be, with walls made of every look you gave to me. I'm tracing the past that we walked in the park, chasing your light through the permanent dirt. And I'm lost in memories, drowning in the gold of a story that I wasn't done being told. I'm a prisoner of then, I'm a ghost of before, waiting for a knock on a phantom door. Every remember is a beautiful knife, I'm losing my way in the wreckage of life. Yeah, I'm lost in memories, and I don't want to be found. I smelled your perfume on a stranger today, and for a split second the pain went away. Then reality hit like a wave on the shore, reminding me why we don't speak anymore. I'm replaying the tapes that through the ribbon is thin, trying to find where the ending crept in. They say keep moving, don't look behind, but your face is the only thing left in my I'm walking through the garden where the afternoon is gold, but I'm shivering in a jacket that's grown thin and very old. I look down at the pavement, searching for a trace of us, but the light is playing tricks inside this swirl of silver dust. I used to see two outlines dancing on the concrete floor, but now I'm just a silhouette that's staring at the door. The sun is hanging heavy and the sky is turning gray. I'm trying hard to find the part of me you took away. I'm a map with no more landmarks. I'm a bird without a song, just a flicker in the hallway where I no longer belong. 'Cause I'm a lost shadow, chasing after light, trying to find the substance in the middle of the night. You were the sun that gave me shape, the fire in my soul. Now I'm just a blurred out edges of a heart that isn't whole. I'm stretching through the static, I'm fading on the wall, a lost shadow, waiting for the dark to fall. I saw your old blue sweater hanging lonely on the hook, and it gave me that familiar, hollowed out and haunted look. I try to step into the beam that's coming through the pain, but I'm transparent as the ghost of a cold and winter rain. I'm a footprint in the desert that the wind has blown away, the genealogy of almost in a bitter shade of gray. Does a shadow have a heartbeat? Does a phantom have a name? Or am I just the smoke that's left from a dying, flickering flame? I'm reaching for the solid, I'm grasping for the real, but I'm just the empty space of everything I feel. Yeah, I'm a lost shadow, chasing after light, trying to find the substance in the middle of the night. You were the sun that gave me shape, the fire in my soul. Now I'm just a blurred out edges of a heart that isn't whole. I'm stretching through the static, I'm fading on the wall, a lost shadow, waiting for the dark to fall. The sun is going down, and I'm disappearing too, into the deep dark corners of a life that's missing you. Lost shadow, I'm gone, just a shadow of who I The candles burned out on edge of the sill. The house is a museum, frozen and still. I'm looking at the spaces where you used to be, like a ghost ship lost on a dead, quiet sea. I tried to find the fire, I tried to find the spark, but I'm just lighting matches in a permanent dark. It didn't happen fast, it wasn't a crash, just a slow-moving cooling of a heart into ash. I reached for your hand and I felt only stone, realizing the truth while I'm standing alone. And now the love is gone, like a summer retreat, leaving nothing but salt and the sting of defeat. It packed up its bags and it walked out the door. It doesn't live here, not a day anymore. I'm a map with no city, a sky with no blue, just a hollowed out version of the me and the you. The stars have all faded, the morning is wrong, because the love is gone. I saw our old picture in a frame on the floor. I don't even recognize those smiles anymore. We're two different people in the same colored room, waiting for the winter to finish its bloom. I'm a master of faking, I've got the act down, but I'm the loneliest king in a paper-made town. Should I scream at the sky? Should I beg for a sign? Or just admit that you're no longer mine? The well has run dry and the garden is bare, and I'm tired of breathing this empty room air. Now the love is gone, like a summer retreat, leaving nothing but salt and the sting of defeat. It packed up its bags and it walked out the door. It doesn't live here, not a day anymore. I'm alive with no city, the skies are no blue, just a hollowed out version of the me and the you. The stars have all faded, the morning is wrong, because the love is gone. It's quiet now, this fire's cold. The greatest story that was ever told is over. It's over, the love is gone. The love is gone. I'm standing on the platform, but the train is gone, watching the headlights fade into the dawn. I check my pockets for a reason to stay, but the gold in my hands just turned into gray. I didn't see the exit, I didn't see the sign, until I was standing on the outside of the line. It wasn't a landslide, it wasn't a flood, just a slow-moving cooling of the fire in the blood. I reached for the warmth, but I caught only air, and realized the us wasn't anywhere. And oh, love left me at a station for one, underneath the cold in a midwinter sun. It didn't say goodbye, it didn't say why, it just packed up its bags and it let the flame die. I'm a until love left me. I saw your reflection in a shop window pane, and I felt the first drop of the permanent rain. I'm a ghost in a crowd, I'm a glitch in the scene, existing in the spaces where we should have been. I'm wearing the silence like a heavy wool coat, with the taste of the soul sitting deep in my throat. Did it find a new home? Did it find a new spark? While I'm still here wandering around in the dark, I trade every forever for once, and who'll stay before the foundations all crumbled away. Love left me at a station for one, underneath the cold in the midwinter sun. It didn't say goodbye, it didn't say why. It just packed up its bags and it let the flame die. I'm a map in no city, a song in no key, searching for the version of who I used to be. Yeah, the heart is a house that nobody could see, until love left me. Gone, just gone. No note on the table, no light in the hall. I'm staying right here, waiting to fall. Left me. Love left me. I'm standing right here, gone, gone, just gone, just gone. I left the porch light on for 1,000 nights, watching the moths dance in the lonely light. I kept your favorite wine on the middle shelf, telling a beautiful lie to nobody but myself. The calendar pages are yellow and torn like a tattered old flag that's weathered and worn. I'm a king of a kingdom that's made out of glass, watching the ghost of our happiness pass. They say if you let something go, it comes back if it's yours. But I spend my life guarding these wide open doors. The horizon is empty, the sky is a bruise, and I'm running out of reasons to lose. And the tide goes out, but it doesn't come in. I'm a hollowed out shell where the winter begins. I'm a map with no north, a ship with no sail, a heartbeat that's starting to falter and fail. I've searched every maybe and every someday, but the echoes are all that decided to stay. The seasons are heartless, the story is old, and I'm left in the bitter, I'm left in the cold. Cause the truth is a shadow that's finally told. Love never returns. I saw a couple today on the corner of Main. They look like a shield in the middle of rain. And for a split second I reached for your hand, before I remembered the shift in the sand. You're a chapter that's closed, your bridge has been burned. You're the hardest lesson I've ever learned. I'm a traveler stuck at a station for one, waiting for a sunrise that's already done. Is it a mercy or is it a crime to be a prisoner of once upon a time? I go out the candle and light up the gate if I didn't still think it was never too late. Is it a mercy? Is it a mercy? Oh, mercy, oh. And the tide goes out, but it doesn't come in. I'm a heart without a shell where the winter begins. I'm a map with no door, a ship with no sail, heartbeat that's starting to falter and fail. I searched every maybe and every someday, but the echoes are all that decided to stay. The seasons are hardness, the story is old, and I'm left in the bitter, I'm left in the cold, 'cause the truth is a shadow that's finally told. Love never returns. The door is finally shut, the light is finally out. That's what forever was really about. It's gone, it's gone. Love never returns. Love never returns. The door is finally shut, the light is finally out. That's what forever was really about. It's gone, it's gone. Love never returns. Love never returns. The clock hits 12 and the house goes still. Streetlights bleed through the windowsill. I lie on your side though you are long gone, breathing in the ghost of your cologne. The sheets are cold, the dark is wide, and every tear I swallowed in the daytime comes rushing out now that no one can see. This bed's too big for just me. I tell myself tomorrow I'll be fine, but tomorrow never believes these midnight lies. These midnight crying sessions are the only place I say your name out loud. is full permission to scream while the rest of the world is sleeping sound. I drown in the quiet, soaked in regret, holding conversations we never finished yet. These midnight crying sessions are all I have left of you. I scroll through photos I swore I'd delete. Your smile still cuts me sharp and sweet. I whisper I'm sorry to the empty air, for things I said, for things I didn't dare. The moon just watches, never takes a side, while I fall apart on the inside. I count the hours till the sun will save me, but dawn always feels like betrayal. Lately these midnight crying sessions are the only place I say your name out loud, where the pain is full permission to scream while the rest of the world is sleeping sound. I drown in the quiet, soaked in regret, holding conversations we never finished yet. These midnight crying sessions are all I have left of you. One day the tears might run dry, I might sleep straight through the night, but right now the darkness feels like home, 'cause it's the only time I'm not alone. You're here in every shadow, every sigh, and every shaky breath I try to hide. These midnight crying sessions, they're getting longer every week. These midnight crying sessions, they're the only time I feel you're near me. I drown in the quiet, soaked in regret, still reaching for the warmth you took when you left. These midnight crying sessions are the only love I've got left to go. I'm still holding on to the heat that's gone. Love turned cold. Love turned cold. The clock strikes one, and I'm still not done. Midnight crying session. Please write me a touching heart, sad song lyrics, sad broken heart love song, emotionally rich, full of my new original song. Tied 'em cold, love turned cold. Your kiss used to melt the winter from my bones. Hands like sunlight tracing every shadowed stone. We burned so bright the nights forgot their dark. Two hearts beating wildfire, spark to spark. But somewhere in the quiet you pulled away. The warmth we built just slipped into the gray. I still reach for you in dreams that feel too real. Wake up taken from the chill I can't conceal. Love turned cold like embers under snow. Once the flame 2,000-year-old sweater started in a drawer. Put it on just to feel you one time more. Maybe when the words got careful, sharp and small, so there was nothing warm between us at all. I'd give anything to feel that summer again, even if it only burned me in the like frost on window glass, and the warmth won't come back. I still light candles, hoping you'll appear, but the flames just tremble in the atmosphere. I've learned how to live inside the freeze, carrying your memory like a disease. Love turned cold. I'm still holding on to the heat that